Let's talk about the most underused material in the 3D studio, cardboard. Cardboard is great because I can make any shape I want. So I want to make a dinosaur, so I'm going to start making shapes of a dinosaur by drawing on my cardboard the different shapes. So like the side of the body, the legs, the head, the spikes on top, breaking my dinosaur into different parts. Once I have drawn my different shapes that I want to use in my sculpture, I can cut them out. When you're using the thin cardboard, that's easier to do more complex shapes because it's easier to cut it. So you actually only need the regular scissors instead of the cardboard scissors for that thin cardboard. I like to get everything cut out before I start building. So here it is all put together, but let's actually rewind. It's much easier to add our covers or our paint or paper or drawings before it is built. So start by deciding how you want to cover your sculpture. You could use paper by taking a piece of paper, putting your sculpture part on top and tracing around that shape so that you get the exact shape and then cutting it out, making sure you do it on both sides. Paint is also a really great way to cover our cardboard or lots of our 3D materials, making sure we're using paint, not ink. So getting our paint, covering our cardboard, making sure we're not taking too much paint and brushing our brush back and forth nice and smooth, and then we'll get a nice even coat. You might have to wait a couple of minutes before you can do the other side. We can also add details with our drawing materials like markers, or I'm going to use some oil pastels to create some scale-like textures. Again, filling it all over. Once all parts of my sculpture have all of the designs and details that I want, making sure that I have both sides, then I'm ready to put it all together. I'm only going to use one kind of cardboard attachment technique called slots. So I take my one part of my sculpture and I cut into it, not all the way down, and then I take the part that it's going to attach to and I cut just a little bit up into that, making sure I'm going where I want that part of the sculpture to be connected to the other part. Then I line up those two cuts and slide them in together. This is going to create a nice strong attachment or connection without using glue or tape. Then I'm just going to do that on all of my different parts. So cutting where I want the one part to attach to the other, and then the same thing on the other part. So just cutting little lines where you want the two pieces to attach together. You might have to play around with getting them to fit in together, but it's just like a puzzle piece sliding in. Voila! Now I have a unique and detailed dinosaur only made from cardboard that is 3D.